Hello everyone, this is Dr. Suganya, Department of Computer Science at Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. Now I am going to say a few words about the default arguments in C++. The default arguments in C++ in a function, arguments are defined as the values passed when a function is called. Values are passed are the source and receiving function is the destination. I'll repeat it again. In a function, when the arguments are defined as values passed when a function is called, and the values are passed as source and the receiving function as the destination. When we speak about the definition of the default arguments, a default argument is a value in a function declarations that automatically assigned by the compiler if the calling function does not pass any value to the argument. Let us see the few characteristics for defining the default arguments in C++. We have to undergo some following rules before declaring the default arguments. Let us see the rules one by one. The values passed in the default arguments should not be constant. That is, the values of the arguments should not be constants. It should remain change. These values can be overwritten if the value is passed to the function. If not, the previously declared value retains. That is, when the value does not retains constant means the previously declared values will be retain the same position. During the calling of the function, the values are copied from left to right. That is, the values will not be copied from right to left. It is copied from left to right. All the values that will be given, the default value will be on the right. These are the example for the default arguments in C++. Like, let us take the first example. That is, we are declaring three variables, that is x, y and z. That is, we are in all the three data types is of integer data type. That is what we have given as an int. That is a data type. We have initialized the variable z with the value 0. So that's what we are specifying as int z is equal to 0. That is, int is the integer data type, z is a variable name, and with that variable z has been initialized with the value 0. So the above function is valued because here the z variable is the value that is predefined as the part of the default argument. Let us take the second example. The same, that is, same three arguments has been defined. All are of the same data types, that is integer. So first int x and int z is equal to 0 and int y. Whereas in the second example also we has, that is, the variable z has been initialized with 0. But see that the above function is invalid because it is not in the proper order. That is, we have already declared as x, y and z. So there itself we can initialize the value, but in the second example the z has been come in between the x and z, but that is not in the proper order. So we get the error as the invalid. So the above function is invalid. Here z is the value defined in between the x and y, so it is not accepted. So I have found an assessment question for the default arguments in C++ for the students, like writing a concept for the program for default arguments by their own examples and creativity. So these are the references I have made while undergoing the default arguments in C++, whereas the students can also make use of it. Thank you.